Hey everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm doing another video, and if you haven't done so already, please click subscribe and like this video and share it. Uh, Anyways, I was thinking about, I've been watching some videos today on YouTube, and a particular YouTuber that is highly controversial, who I will not necessarily admit to watching, who I must say he's a guilty pleasure at this point, but for various reasons, because people found out I was watching this guy. He's still on YouTube, so it can't be that bad, huh? Right? Because he hasn't been banned. I'm not going to say who it is. Maybe I will reveal who he is in time, because honestly, some of his stuff's actually inspired me, I'll admit. So today, and if you can figure this out, comment below who this person is who I watch, who is controversial. I would have to say I agree with a lot of the stuff he says, actually, but not always. Some of his recent stuff I've been mixed on. But anyways, back to the story. So we have an election coming up, and this particular YouTuber, by the way, has said this, that as far as all the Bush people and all these neocons are supporting Joe Biden. And that's a little bit bizarre. We're at a really weird point in the political paradigm that is kind of scary. So on one hand, you have Trump, which I'm not going to ever vote for him, but obviously, I don't believe that I have Trump derangement syndrome. I just don't like him as a president, and he's done some occasional good things, like the First Step Act. I think it's the First Step Act. And a couple of things that I liked, and for the most part, I don't like them, but there has been some controversy as far as these people. I mean, there hasn't been enough controversy, I should say, as far as these people endorsing Joe Biden. And does that mean, though, my question about that is that some of these neocons from the Bush administration and elsewhere endorsing Joe Biden, does that mean his foreign policy is going to be neocon foreign policy? We're going to have more wars? It's a legitimate question to have. You think about it, it's kind of scary, because if all these people are jumping on that train, they're going to probably want something in return. And, there might be some advisors that, Obama, while he wasn't a neocon, he did kind of fall into some of that at times with all the drone strikes and all the the wars that he was pushing, as far as, which people didn't know about. By the way, Trump has continued a lot of that too, unfortunately. And the whole controversy with the war in Yemen and stuff is another matter entirely as well. So could Joe Biden be another neocon president? That's kind of scary, because you have they're trying to position him as this quasi-progressive, but he's definitely not, or he definitely has not been in history. He might pick a more progressive running mate, but it's a little bit scary. So if you think about it, at least what Trump symbolizes, I'm talking like he's done, which he might be, is something that was against that establishment neocon neoliberal paradigm. Now, at the same time, he wasn't really the solution to that. He did a lot of the same stuff, which I would agree with this YouTuber that I mentioned, disagree with this YouTuber about, that I mentioned. Symbolically and in rhetoric, he definitely was against the neocon neoliberal paradigm, but in practice, he wasn't as much, for sure. So that doesn't mean anything, as far as if someone is endorsing a president or endorsing someone for president, and they are from that school, what was the Leo Strauss, I think his name, not Leo Strauss. Who was the University of Chicago school, the guy that taught? I'm going to look him up right now. I apologize, because I want to figure out who this is. Can't remember his name. I think it's Strauss. Yep, it is Leo Strauss. I apologize. So Yeah, he was like the teacher of a lot of the early neocons. So these neocons are very Machiavellian, and they will use anybody, you know, to get their aims across or manifested in the world. So if Biden is courting these neocons, he's not really courting them actively, but like they're saying, "Oh yeah, I'm supporting Biden this time around," or George W. Bush is going to vote for Biden. We're in a fucking hell of a lot of trouble. You think we're in trouble now? And Trump is certainly no fucking, no good person, incompetent in a lot of ways. But we get into more wars because of these neocons supporting Biden. Is the left finally going to wake up and try to fucking kick these fuckers out? You know, that's all I got to really say. I'm not going to vote for either one. I wish there was a third choice. I wish there was a fourth choice that was, more prominent. I might actually vote for the Libertarian candidate this time. I have a few theories about that. I'm sick of the left's cancel culture and some of the at least some of the attitudes that they have with regards to the pandemic. It doesn't mean that I don't support some of the actions they've taken, but some of the attitudes that they take about it, and they're so flip-flopping on the protesters and just a lot of this stuff. The authoritarianism of the left is really getting to me now, even though I consider myself on the progressive left. And I don't like Trump, and I don't like what he stands for, a lot of the people that stand for him. So I think the best choice would be, for me, is to vote for the Libertarian candidate this time around. I voted for Jill Stein in 2016, but the Libertarian candidate is kind of a fuck you to the left, but also like it'll steal votes from Trump probably a little bit too, and then it'll just kind of make a statement. It's kind of a statement of defiance for me to vote for Libertarians this time. And I have looked up the candidate, Jo Jorgensen, and she says some good things and some really not so great things, and stands for some not so great things. I don't support nuclear power. I think we should go to solar so much that there should be solar panels on every house around the world. We should all have solar panels and shit. I don't believe. I mean, the technology will get better. I guarantee it. Nuclear energy still find it problematic in a lot of ways. But that said, I'm making a statement by voting for her, controversial as it is. I got a lot of flack because I announced it on Facebook, and people really gave me shit and was like, "Oh, you're not voting for Biden. Trump is going to win now. Oh my God." No, I can't vote for the motherfucker, okay? These neocons are supporting him. These neocons are the reason why I voted for Obama. Okay? Pay attention for a fucking second. Pay attention in class. These neocons are supporting Biden. That totally goes against me voting for Obama in 2008, retroactively, doesn't it? Think about it. You voted for fucking Obama. If you'll vote for Obama because you don't want the neocons in power, why are you fucking voting for Biden when the neocons are supporting him? And I don't know how much influence they'll have on him, but it doesn't make sense that the zeitgeist is totally flipped in a lot of ways. And, the certain YouTuber that I'm influenced by that I will not publicly announce on this video, but maybe down the road as I gain prominence, a very controversial YouTuber. And he actually, has made these points. He's just like, are we in the middle of a generational flip of the parties in a certain way? And intellectually, he was very honest about how the Democrats and Republicans flipped, in the 60s with civil rights and stuff. Like some right-wingers, I don't know if you call him a right-winger, he's more of a libertarian, but a Trump-supporting libertarian will be dishonest about that and say, the Southern Switch never happened. It's a myth. The Democrats are all racist. No, it's bullshit. Of course it happened. But is it happening again in this weird way? In this weird, this corporatist, authoritarian, woke, big tech, dare I say, New World Order, or New U.S. order, where it's like these neocon, authoritarian, big tech companies. It's like, but there's still, there's enough minorities in the company so we can excuse it, or enough women in power so we can just go bomb, third world countries. But Americans are superior. It doesn't mean that the white Americans are superior, but Americans in general superior to those poor third world countries. Even though this neocolonialism and neoliberalism, neocolonialism is rooted neoliberalism is rooted in neocolonialism, which is very rooted in racism. So the irony about these neoliberals supporting, Black Lives Matter, for example, Mitt Romney fucking in a Black Lives Matter protest. It's like, Jeffrey Dahmer marching for, I mean, it's like Jeffrey Dahmer, not Jeffrey Dahmer, that's not a good thing. John Wayne Gacy marching for childhood, to fight childhood diabetes or something. It's like, it's totally hypocritical. Like Mitt Romney's whole thing was, these lecherous companies like Bain Capital that were just totally manipulated the system. And if you read Matt Taibbi's article from years back in Rolling Stone about Mitt Romney and his predatory capitalist ways. So I guess it's this predatory capitalism, neoliberalism, neocolonialism in some ways, and neoconservative foreign policy with the guise of being woke. Oh, how fucking great. Well, you know what? Fuck you!